Hello and welcome back to World of Warships with me, Bubblebox, and today we're going to be having a look at and playing with the Japanese Kuma Class Cruiser. Here it is. It's quite a nice one this time. I quite like it. It's got lots of different armaments to play around with in game, especially for just a tier 4 ship. So we'll have a look at the stats and briefly, and as we normally do, and then we'll get into a game. Survivability wise, we will be comparing this probably to the USA Phoenix Class Cruiser that we did a few videos ago. So survivability wise, it's okay for this tier. 24,200 survivability points, on a par with the Phoenix. In fact, a little bit better than the Phoenix Cruiser from the USA. Aircraft, we've got a little spotter aircraft at the back here this time. The USA, the Phoenix hasn't got one of these, but we've got one. Very, very useful. And fly around and spot destroyers and other ships at range for you. Nice, useful. And now they also act as fighters as well. So if you get any bombers coming near you, or any torpedo bombers or any dive bombers, then these little things can engage them now, although they will be shot out of the air very quickly by enemy anti-air fighters. So we've got a little aircraft. Then you've actually got 3 of those that you can use. One little squadron. Artillery wise, not too bad, and it fires really quickly. So it fires quite quickly, not as fast as some of them, but fast enough. And the turrets turn really quite fast as well. It's got an unusual kind of arrangement. It's got 2 at the front of the ship here, kind of back to back. I suppose that saves a little bit of space because the turret isn't pointing forwards. So a nice little design there for the guns on this ship. You've got 1 on this side as well. You've got 2 more on the rear of the ship. In fact, is it 3 on the rear? Yeah, 3 on the rear of ship. Again, we've got that back to back action going on with the guns. We've got another one along here, yeah, and then we head off to the front. So a nice arrangement of main battery firing with a decent range of 12.4. You can get outranged, especially by battleships and by the bigger or higher tier cruisers as well, so you've got to be aware of that. However, what have we got on this? We've got torpedoes. The first of the cruisers with torpedoes. The Phoenix, the American equivalent, hasn't got any torpedoes on its ship. The range is 7. You need to keep that in mind. 7 kilometers to hit, so a decent range. And we've got 4 sets of 2. We've got 2 on one side, and then if you want to, you can just spin your ship round as quickly as this thing allows you to do. We'll have a look at maneuverability in a second, and then you can shoot the other 4 torpedoes off the other side. So you can, if you're careful, actually get a salvo of 8 torpedoes off if you turn your ship and fire from both sides. So very nice. AA guns don't look too tasty at first look, only a score of 6, but a lot better than the Phoenix with a score of 2. But the good thing is it's got a couple of short range little kind of Gatling guns on the bridge there, but it's got these 2 times 2 25mm guns on the side, and these have actually got a range of 3 kilometers, so they will certainly harass enemy aircraft, and with that extra little bit of range of 3 kilometers will do them some damage, as well as they get a longer firing time at the enemy aircraft. Maneuverability. Now, cruisers are renowned for their maneuverability. Now, this is the only thing that maybe lets this thing down a little bit. It's not the fastest thing in the world, 34.7 knots, and it takes a while, it seems to me, from playing it takes a while to get to that top speed. And also, if you turn, it tends to scrub a lot of that speed off really, really quickly. The turning circle radius is, yeah, it doesn't really come into play too much. It's okay, but the rudder shift time is quite long, which means that it takes a while for you to kind of turn and change direction. So although obviously it's better maneuverability than any battleship and some of the lower tier cruisers, but it's adequate. It's only adequate in terms of maneuverability. Now, concealment, it can be seen from quite a long way out. So surface detectability range 11.3, air detectability range 6.5. So what would you use this ship for? Well, it's bristling with different types of armament, and that's what makes it really, really interesting. Really, you want to be going after the destroyers and other cruisers of the same tier or less. Try not to get engaged with cruisers of a higher tier. They will outgun you. And also the American tier 3 St. Louis outguns as well, quite heavily outguns you. In fact, the St. Louis built for firepower rather than anything else. So you really watch out for the St. Louis, watch out for higher tier cruisers. Don't go near any battleships early on in the game or any clusters of ships early on in the game, because you will get taken out. So hunt for those destroyers. Hunt also, if you get a chance later on in the game, to hunt for those carriers, and you can take on similar level or less level cruisers with this as well. You do need to get fairly close to the bigger ships, I suppose, to use your torpedoes, so you're going to have to try and use the cover, the mountains and the rocks and stuff as cover if you want to try and get up close and torpedo those guys as well. But I really like the ship. It's a good ship to use, and we're going to get in and have a look at some of the gameplay. So this looks like quite a good batch of ships for the Kuma to go up against. We've got 2 Kumas as well on the opposition. We've got the Phoenix, which we spoke about in the introduction. We've got 3 battleships stay out of their way. A few destroyers, which we're going to be trying to hunt down, I guess, and then a couple of Tenryus. So this looks like a nice little battle. We should be able to take on most of these ships in a 1v1 situation, apart perhaps from those big battleships. So we'll set full steam ahead. What we might do is just follow that destroyer up towards the middle first of all, just ahead of us there, 4Ks away. We'll just follow him up towards the middle. So we're getting quite a long way ahead of our battleships, but hopefully those destroyers will spot anything. And immediately we can see B is being captured, so there's an enemy destroyer over on B. So I'm just going to kind of keep going in this direction. Maybe I'll just turn to the left a bit, so that if that looks like our destroyer is going to head straight into B to spot this destroyer, and we'll be, hopefully, if we can get out from behind this island, can take some shots at it. There it is. There it is. It can't quite get shots on. Can't quite get shots on yet. Just need to get alongside. It's scurrying away behind the island. Might get a couple of shots off as we just come out here. We're just using our main guns.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
You can see they reload really fast. We'll just pepper a few shots. Looks like he's gone out of view. Yeah, he set a smoke screen, or that could be our guy's smoke screen actually. But we're going to turn away because he's bound to have let off some torpedoes, and there's also another cruiser and a battleship in the distance which is going to have spotted us. There it is. We can get some rear shots. We've got our guns on the back. We've only got one facing it at the moment. We're just trying to dodge these shots coming in. Watch out for those torpedoes as well. Try and get some sneaky shots of this guy. He's travelling pretty quickly. No luck there. He's dodging around. He's dodging around. Need to spread my fire a bit. Just hope to get a lucky hit. The destroyer's let some torps off, but he'd already turned out of the way. We'll just try and swing round. These guns rotate really quickly on this ship, so we should be able to get some shots off. Yay! Our first hit. Nice. Got the range on him now, unless he changes course and direction. Yeah, he's changing direction straight away as he gets hit. He's going back behind that smoke screen again. Nothing else around me of any danger, so I can just keep peppering this guy and just trying to get some shots. These destroyers travel really fast. It's really hard to get hits on at long range sometimes. Ooh, just landing either side. There's a cruiser over there that's going to take shots at me. I've got quite a few ships in front of me though, so they'll probably be targeted first as the destroyer goes down there. Nice. Now we are still detected, so we're open to attack. There's another destroyer just poking behind that island there, but it's got a couple of cruisers protecting it as we're starting to take shots from that battleship on over on our left. So we need to get out get undetected, otherwise that thing is not going to stop firing at us with its big guns. So I'm just going to slow right down because we're right near an island, turn, and then crank the speed back up again. It's a good way, if you get really close to an island, just stop, turn, and then immediately crank back up to full speed, and you can do a really tight turn then. Yeah, that battleship's still firing at me. I'm just going to straighten up, trying to avoid some of these shots. And then once we're undetected, we'll turn and go back in and back into the battle. So that destroyer there is attacking that battleship, which is good for us. I'll distract it a little bit so we're not detected anymore. We can move around. You can see we've also got the sonar button as well that we can use, which kind of makes it easy to detect stuff. We'll have a look at that actually in another video at the beginning when we come on to one of the cruisers again, because that's a nice little touch that was added in the last big patch. So what we'll do, we'll head back over to B. You can see the enemy's taken the lead because they've taken B and C, and we haven't even got A yet. So I'm going to head over to B. We're going to attack this cruiser here and see if we can maybe assist with the capture of B. So we'll just get our range and we'll open up on this guy. I'm going to try and swing round to get more guns on target. We're only firing with 2 at the moment. Got all of them underway now. As I say, the guns turrets rotate nice and fast. So we've got wow, we're bow on now, side on now. So yeah, he's doing a bit of a runner now, it looks like, or at least he's trying to dodge the shots. So we're just going to have to kind of predict where he goes a little bit. Oh, nice, that's going to hit. Yeah, a couple of nice hits there. And he turns back the other way. Turning's good for avoiding shots, but the biggest problem with it, it scrubs your speed as well. So although you're turning and trying to avoid the shots, you're not getting away from the enemy so quickly either. So it's kind of got a bit of a trade-off. So he's getting a bit of speed up now. You can see he's suddenly put a little burst of speed. So I need to fire a little bit further ahead. Hopefully they'll hit. But I'm just getting a bit distracted because there's another cruiser over this side. So I'm going to leave that one now. And hopefully our cruiser in B can deal with that. And we'll switch our attention to this guy now. Because he's creeping up. We've got 2 cruisers though firing at him. So again, he's doing the old dodgerino moves, and he's got a couple of torpedoes heading straight for him. 1 hit, very nice. He's still dodging. He's taking heavy fire though as he goes down. So we'll spin ourselves round, get back over towards B and C as fast as we can. As I say, this thing is a cruiser, so it's fairly manoeuvrable, but not over manoeuvrable. So we just need to get round, get our speed back up, get back into the battle. We are quite a long way from the enemy now. Team-wise, we're doing quite good, it seems. Killed a lot more of them than they have of us. So they've still got their 3 big battleships with 2 destroyers able to spot for them. But the game's swapped now. We now hold A and B, and they just hold C. So we're going to be able to, in fact, we've caught up because we're ahead because we've destroyed so many more ships than they have. So, looks like all 3 of their... What have they got? Oh, my apologies. It's not 2 destroyers. It's 2 cruisers. So they've only got 2 battleships and 2 destroyers. 2 cruisers. And they're all over on C. So I'm going to have to steam over there as quickly as possible. Again, I'm probably going to head for that cruiser over on the right-hand side, rather than heading for those battleships with their big guns. But we've got to get over there first. And as I say, this thing's top speed. It ain't fantastic. It takes a little bit of a while. We've been detected. I'm not sure by what. I can't see that we're really close to anything. Oh, well, it's that battleship probably over there on our left that's detected us. We're going to send our plane up just for the friggin' hell of it, because we've got one. Not that there's anything we can't see. So eventually we'll get over to the other side. And when we're in range, which will be very shortly, in fact we're pretty much in range because he's sailing towards us, we'll open up at this guy. Get a bit of a spotting range on him. We're side on, so we've got all our guns on him. He's turning, trying to get his guns on us. By the looks of it, yeah, I think he's firing at us. Those might just drop behind. So we've also got a battleship just in front of us, but we're going to just really hammer this guy with shells. He's turning actually, he's using the island as a bit of cover. I think he knows there's a battleship just on the other side. He doesn't want to run into that battleship. We'll switch over to, we'll just head, kind of get a bit closer first of all, head straight for that island, and then we'll switch to torpedoes and try and kind of guesstimate where he's going to come out and fire a few torps at him. But there's another cruiser coming to his rescue and a battleship behind that cruiser, so I've got to be a little bit careful. Let's just range him up for some torps. Far away, a little bit close to the island, but we'll fire them off and then we'll turn away. Otherwise we're going to run into this lot, try and get some shots off at this other cruiser without getting into line of sight of the big battleship that's coming up behind. I'm going to keep turning. We need to get away because we are a little bit exposed here now. Oh, we'll set him on fire, so there's the big battleship in the background. He's firing upon us. Oh no, he's not firing upon us. He's firing across up on the battleship. We can get some more torps off because we've spun round. We can get some more torps off on this guy. Looks like it's going to be a battle to the death with him. We're side by side, very, very close. I hope he doesn't, I can't even see it. I hope he doesn't unleash torps. I'm not going to start fiddling around. I'm just going to hammer this guy as fast as I can. Torps are going to hit him right in the side. And down he goes. Beautiful. So let's spin round. We're going to keep out a line of sight of their battleship. We're going to have a go at this cruiser now. Oh, looks like we've got some support fire from another cruiser on our left. They're down to 2 ships now. In fact, they're in real trouble. A few more hits there. We're on fire. We'll soon put that out. I've still got loads of health left. Oh, they were just too early. Too late, rather. He's down to really low health. We just need a couple of really good shots. In fact, we might be able to torpedo him. Well, no use to torpedo him. Let's just take him out. That should do it. Yes. Very nice. Another kill. What's left? Well, this poor battleship over in the distance is already taking fire from our cruisers. We've only got cruisers left. Here's a battleship, so you know he's got the firepower, but with 4 cruisers and a destroyer moving in for the kill, it's pretty much GG. But let's see what we can do. We're going to open up with our main guns and see if we can get close enough to fire our torpedoes before he dies. So we'll get a spotting round in first. Yeah, looks like the range is good. So we'll just keep peppering this guy, try and set him alight. Right, we're just going to turn straight into the island, see if we can get nice and close. Want to be engaging him nice and close to use our torpedoes if we can. I know I said steer clear of battleships, but he's the last one. Really, I mean steer clear of clusters of battleships. So we'll unleash some torps down there. Try and catch him as he comes out. And we're going to do our maneuver where we slow right down, shift our rudder right round, and then immediately crank up the speed. You can do a really nice tight turn. We'll come round with our guns and with our another set of torpedoes at the ready, because remember we've got the torpedoes on the other side of the ship that we can use as well, as you can see. So we'll unleash those. And then we'll just open up with our guns and something's got to hit. Those torpedoes we sent first have just missed. But he's well on fire. There's some more torpedoes coming in, probably from the destroyer on the other side. And are they going to hit? Yeah, they take him out. Very nice. So I think pretty much that's the Tenryu in a nutshell. The Kuma rather, my apologies, in a nutshell. Pretty nice ship. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this vid. Please do give us a like and comment and subscribe if you fancy it. And I'll see you in the next one.